It is now the day that we are leaving my parents' house, so I just wanted to give a quick update on the electrical system as we're charging the car, and then we're going to get on the road. So right now, their 14 kilowatt solar array is producing 9,300 watts. So that's pretty good, and you can see we're pulling some energy out of the battery right now, but only 26 amps is coming out of their battery, and the rest of it is coming from the solar. And right now, I am charging our Model Y at the full 40 amps or 9 kilowatts. So let's go outside. And you can see out here, this is the sun. We're getting a fully, beautifully sunny day right now. And we're just loading up the car, and it's still charging from that wall outlet I showed you a couple of days ago. And so in here, we are sitting at 30 amps right now because we're at 95%. We've taken on 16 kilowatt hours this morning, and it was at 75% a little bit ago, and now it's 95%. Fully charged off the sun from this off-grid solar array. We're heading across down to Kansas City and then across to Missouri. We're going to be hitting up a couple of superchargers along the way, and then we're going to go to a museum near St. Louis, Missouri, and then going to the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri. So then we'll be continuing from there over here to Tennessee, to Jackson, Tennessee down here. So let's get started. We are now at the Concordia Supercharger, and right now it's estimating that we only need to be here for 4 minutes to go to the Columbia Supercharger. And as I've talked about before, it's always fastest to just stay in the low state of charge of the battery, stop fairly often, and then the charge rate is fast. And you can see here it peaked briefly. It was close to like 240 kilowatts, and now it's down to 214 because we're here at 31%. So we're really not going to be here very long at all, and then we'll just continue on our way. We are now plugged in at the Columbia, Missouri Supercharger, and we're just getting over 200 kilowatt charge rate here at a V3 Supercharger. I think it actually makes sense to go ahead and charge next at this Supercharger, which is the Riverview Drive Supercharger. So then we'll have plenty of charge to continue on south after the arch down to Tennessee. We're gonna use this opportunity to eat some lunch. You can see it's 12:48, and then we'll get back on the road. Girls, how has this drive this morning been so far?
Good. My butt hurts.
All right, let's get out of the car and run around, all right?
We just finished school.
That's right. They were doing some lessons in the car as we drove this morning. All right, let's get out and run around. How are you enjoying your snacks?
Fine.
Good. Well, we just barely had time to go into the hotel and go to the bathroom and eat some snacks, and the car is already ready to go. The car has us getting to the next Supercharger at 19%, so it took us a little while to load up the kids. So we're going to get on the road. We're at 60 kilowatt charge rate. We are now at the St. Louis, Missouri Riverview Drive Supercharger, and you can see here we're peaking at the maximum of 251 it looks like so far. That's great. We got here at I think it was about 21% or so. After we're done charging at this supercharger, you can see we're just barely crossing over the river here into Illinois, and then we're going up here to the Lewis and Clark Museum, and we'll just be there for a little bit before we then come back down, and we'll be stopping here at the St. Louis Arch. And then after that, we'll continue on south. I don't intend to stop at that supercharger because that's pretty close to us, so we'll charge enough to get to that supercharger, and then we'll continue on our way. Hey, look, girls. We're crossing over the Mississippi River, and this is Illinois on the other side.
Look out Clara's window. Look at those castle-looking things out in the water. What do you think those are? Maybe it's a mermaid castle? How did you know that?
Look, there's a sign. Illinois state line.
Now we're in Illinois. That's another state.
After charging, we looked at the route, and it looks like we don't have enough time with traffic and everything to go to the museum and then down to St. Louis Arch in time for our appointment, where we have tickets to go to the top of the arch. So we're just gonna turn around and, well, we're gonna change our route. We're just gonna go straight to the arch basically at this point. Hey girls, there's the arch across the river. You see it?
You see it, Lid?
We're back in Missouri now. Well, St. Louis traffic is ridiculous and parking is worse. So we ended up on this parking spot on the side of the road, and we're many blocks away, and we had to run to get to our appointment. So we're gonna do that. We finally got over to the arch area. We just gotta figure out where we need to get on the tram to go to the top. What do you think of the arch, girls? Pretty cool looking, huh? All right, we're cutting it real close. Hopefully we will get to the tram on time. We made it just barely in time, right on our time. What do you think, Lucy? It's been a rush, but we made it. So now we're in line waiting to get on to the tram.
12 years later, in 1947, the association that was in charge of making this memorial held a competition where architects from all over the submit their designs. The winner of that competition was Finnish American architect Eero Saarinen, whose design is what we know today as the Arch. Construction began in February 12, 1963.
We had the windows at the top, as if people could go to the top, just to not have any sort of mode of transportation to actually take anybody to the top. So it wasn't until 2 years later that we had these trams built and installed. The first one being the north side, where we're at right now, in 67, followed by the south side right next door, done in 68. One part elevator, one part escalator, and final part Ferris wheel. Your trams themselves will begin to ever so slightly kilter. So when you guys see your tram cars moving, do not be alarmed.
I want him to sit on my lap.
Come here, James.
James, come here. Look, he's sitting on my lap. My lap's all the way down.
Alrighty folks, those tram doors are now closing, so please make sure that you're keeping your hands, feet, and all the personal items in at all times, and enjoy your ride up to the top.
I guess. Has to be just the door.
Oh yeah, you can see what the outside door looks like through here, huh? Let me know if you want me to hold him, Lid.
Oh, we're starting to move.
Look.
What do you girls think?
Whoa.
Is it exciting?
He said it's kind of like a Ferris wheel, like it shills. Look at all these stairs. Aren't you glad we're not having to walk up all those?
He said those are for emergency.
For emergencies or to
Maybe
fix
if
something.
this breaks down, then we can
Right.
just climb out and
Yeah.
go up the stairs.
Oh, there's a worker station down there. Really interesting sensation because it's a combination of, well, like you said, elevator and escalator kind of rocking around and doing weird
Ferris
stuff.
wheel.
A Ferris wheel, that too.
And Mom, those swing thingies, it said that it's 4 minutes up and 3 minutes down, and I'm glad I don't have to walk upstairs for 4 minutes.
Well, it would take you a lot longer to walk up 176 stairs. Is that what he
Yeah.
said? Something like that?
No, it was 1,000. It was like
Oh,
1,200.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I was like 100.
That'll take a long time. That'll take a year. Not a year. Maybe like a day, but a day. Going fast.
Still, it looks like we're still underground.
Yeah. Mom, why is it a little tipped in?
Because it's like a Ferris wheel. We're going up on something that's a shape.
Oh, I'm scared.
How cool, buddy. It's shaped like this, Lynn. So it can't go straight up. So it has to kind of curve. So it's going to rock just a little bit, he said.
The doors are opening a little.
Don't lean on them. Oh, we're tilting more. I'm sliding in my seat.
Yeah.
I'm not.
My ears are popping. Are your guys' ears popping?
Yeah.
A little bit. Is this fun?
Yeah.
Fun little side adventure on our drive today. It's actually really,
Buddy.
really short. My head is touching pretty good.
Look
You
at
have
these
a tall
some
torso.
spinny stairs now.
Spiral staircase. Here.
So many stairs.
Oh, I
James.
can see where we're going a little bit. It looks like
I guess there aren't any windows in it until you get to the top, so we won't be able to see outside, just the
Right.
inside of the arch.
we're now going more horizontal than we are going up, so I think we're almost to the top.
And I also can see the other doors. Oh, oh, it's points. There, that's ours.
Maybe.
Probably.
Nope. Oh, yeah.
You made it, James.
Was that a fun ride, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to the handling to assist you. Welcome up. Watch your step.
Just got back from a game, huh?
Look at the view, girls.
Don't look out the windows.
What do you think, Lucy?
Cool.
Cool. What do you think, Clara?
I haven't seen it. Whoa. This would be scary for the ice to fall down.
Yeah, it would.
All around.
Yeah, part of it
Lydia.
already started.
What do you think?
It's the building's underground.
Yeah. What do you think, James?
Alright, y'all turn around.
Which side do you like the view of better?
This one, but it's also scarier.
Scarier because of the water. What do you think, James? He's not going to remember this, unfortunately. Hey Lucy, which side do you like the view of better? The other side? Because you get to see the city downtown. Yeah. What do you think, Clara?
I like
Which one do you like better, the city side or the water side?
city side.
City side? Okay.
You guys see the shadow of the arch in the water on the river?
Okay, now Clara. Now Lydia. Now James. Oh, that's us.
Alright, again, folks, once you make your way down to your tram turnover, stand on top of those yellow stairs. Put your feet to your right.
It sure is going down a lot faster.
Yeah, it says like a minute less or something.
Who needs to go to the bathroom?
Not me, not me.
Well, good.
Mom, whenever it tips out, I'm slowly shaking it up. I'm like, no, I want to go back.
Look, James.
They're not going to keep myself from falling.
It's okay, buddy.
Keeps looking like we're going to land on the stairs, but we don't. I shocked myself on the edge of it. They're putting on the last piece on the square.
Oh yeah, the keystone. In this case though, it's not stone, it's metal. That's cool.
The keystone.
The key piece.
The
The
metal.
key
The
segment.
metal.
The key segment. How about that?
It's funny because the hat.
Clara looks the best, but she's not too tall. This is how long it is, how wide it is.
What is that? This is the skinny one.
It's showing you that the height of the gateway of the arch is equal to its width by how long it is. So this is showing kind of the shape of the arch upside down, right? And that you could make it the bottoms closer together and then it would be a little bit taller. Look, it's an illustration of the trams that we went up in.
Someone's in it. I wish this
You tell
wasn't
your
that
friends that the arch
Yeah,
is
it'd be cool to see it working, huh?
5 feet high. It contains 2,500 tons of stainless steel. That you will take them to the top of the arch before the day is over. Your plan for the tour begins with lunch at the Levee restaurant. So while you eat, you watch the activity on the river.
What are you looking at, Clara?
Whale.
The braille? Oh, that's cool.
Barrel that was full of china like this, but it got dropped getting unloaded off of a boat.
Clara, what are you looking at? Looks like it's snake skin and butterflies and flowers. What are you looking at, Lydia and James?
Butterflies, flowers, and bees.
Oh, okay. Having fun, Clara? Great. James.
Or sit next to Lucy.
Lydia, do you know what this is?
Steamboat?
Yeah. Good job.
And here's a miniature steamboat over here.
Ah.
But if the water wasn't very deep, they might hit it and break something in their boat. But usually they were pretty
Look, it's a
shallow.
boat. Dad, what's this doing?
It's just showing how back then they used belts like this to drive machinery. And normally these belts would be driven by like a water wheel or something like that. Girls, do you love Laura Ingalls Wilder books? She's part of these displays, huh?
That's what a camera used to look like. So it says they would pose for pictures with the backdrop of a boat behind it.
This is really cool. It's a giant TV that's just freestanding here. Big, thick pane. You can see how big that is. Really big TV. What do you think of the arch, girls?
Big.
It is very big, and can you believe we were all the way up there in the top of that? It really is striking looking in person, isn't it?
Yeah. So bright.
We are done with the arch, and we're heading back to the car to head to where we're staying tonight in Jackson, Tennessee. So girls, what did you think of the arch?
Cool.
Yeah, it was really fun to see, huh? It cost our family $80 to get in there. And in hindsight, I will say, I think it was worth $80 to have this fun experience, once at least. But to do again, it would be worth less to me, quite a bit, probably less. Even though we paid tickets to get to the top, you could definitely come here and investigate this place, see all the museum parts of it for free. And I think that's definitely worth doing. When we were looking for parking, we actually tried to go into the official parking garage, and the height limit was just over 6 feet, and it was too low for the roof box on our car. So we actually ended up having to park on the street, and luckily we found a spot here that's not too terribly far away, just a couple of blocks from the arch, just over that way. We made it back to the car. We've navigated to where we need to get to tonight, and unfortunately it's having us stop at this supercharger that's just like right here in St. Louis, which we were hoping to charge enough at the last one to not have to stop at, but I navigated straight to that next supercharger down, and the next supercharger down was going to be arriving at 3%, and that's too close for safety margin. And this is like right off the freeway, I hope, so I don't know. I guess we'll experience more superchargers this way, and part of the issue here is there's bad traffic, but we made a couple of wrong turns because the traffic here is crazy in the roads. It's like California, it feels like anyway. So we used more energy than anticipated originally, so it's okay. We'll only be stopping there for a short time, and then we'll continue on our way. It's looking like we'll get there at 10:35 p.m. So it's gonna be kind of on the late side, later than we wanted, but we spent some more time here, and that's okay. Girls, what did you think of the views out of the arch?
Amazing. Cool. Really cool.
What do you say, Clara?
Stupendously cool.
I'm glad you liked it. We are now at the Methville, Missouri Supercharger, however you pronounce Methville. And we actually recognize this place. We've been here before, last time we came through this area. I've navigated us down here to this Cape Girardeau, or I guess it's a little bit close north of that supercharger, but that's a V2 or V3 supercharger, so that's good. And it's estimating that we'll take an hour and a half to drive there, and that we'll get there at 0% right now. So right now it's estimating that we need to be here for 10 minutes. We're only getting 74 kilowatts, so pretty miserable speeds right there. We're at 48%, so we wouldn't be very fast, or we wouldn't be as fast as we normally could be at a lower state of charge, but 74 kilowatts is still low because we're sharing with this car over here, unfortunately. And that's how V2 superchargers work. So we're gonna chill here, and the kids are doing activities and whatnot, and then we'll continue on our way. The car just told us it's time to go, and so you can see we're gonna be getting to the next supercharger at 15%, so we're gonna unplug and go. We are now to the Cape Girardeau supercharger, and we're up to 249 to 50 kilowatts, so that's fantastic. And it's estimated that we need to be here for 35 minutes, and so at this point it's showing that we're gonna be driving all the way to our destination down here in Jackson, Tennessee. And I was just looking at the distance of these different superchargers, and it was going to have us charging for a long time to go all the way down to Jackson. So I decided, let's just go ahead and go to this next supercharger. It's not that far. Yes, it's only a half an hour drive. But then when we're there, we'll charge to get enough to Jackson, and we'll spend less time charging. And this one is a better, it's a good location rather. It's just right off the freeway. So we're going to go ahead and get on the road, and at this point we're going to get to that supercharger at 31%, but this is exactly how long it took for the kids to go into the gas station and come back out. So this is kind of minimum time we have at a place like this. We are now at the supercharger here in Minor, Missouri, and we're getting 147 kilowatts, and that's probably about what we're going to get. We're at 30% here upon arrival. And at this point we're going to be able to charge enough to just get all the way to our destination at our friend's house down here in Jackson, Tennessee, which is going to be a 2-hour and 12-minute drive and 118 miles. So right now it's estimating that we're going to charge for 25 minutes before we then do that drive. So we're just going to keep listening to the books on tape that we've been listening to while we drive. How's the drive been going today, girls?
Good. I'm also very tired.
You're very tired.
This is like the first day of our trip.
Yeah, it's a long travel day. It is. But it'll be shorter for the next couple of days. Are you excited for Mammoth Cave?
Yeah.
All right.
What's Mammoth Cave?
Eat it, buddy.
It's a cave. We're going to be going underground in it.
It's a huge cave.
The car just barely said it's time to go. And you can see here that it's down to 57 kilowatt charge rate. We're up to 80% on the battery. And we'll arrive at our destination at 13%. So we're going to unplug and go. We've made it to our friend's house. And you can see we got here at 17% on the battery. And the car is warning us, hey, you don't have enough charge, so do it now. And so I'm going to get the car plugged in, and we'll plug into their dryer outlet, and then I'll show you the setup. We ended up getting here at just before 10:39 p.m. How was the drive, girls?
Good. I stayed awake some of it, but I heard every single word of the story. Because sometimes when I'm asleep, I still can hear.
Yeah.
But like when I'm dead asleep, I just can't hear anymore.
Lucy, you fell asleep. I didn't know you were asleep. Don't wake her up, Lydia. All right, let's go get the kids to bed. I've now plugged the car in to their house, and you can see here it's charging at 24 amps, 242 volts, and it's estimating 11 hours and 20 minutes to charge up to my current set point, which is 90%. And so that's a while. I'm not totally sure when we're going to be leaving tomorrow, but we'll have enough charge to get to the next supercharger, and that's what's most important. So let me show you now how I have this plugged in at their house. So pretty simply, I've got the car plugged in right here, and the mobile connector is coming around over here, and it's plugged into the 30-foot extension cord, which is actually way overkill. Probably could just use the mobile connector alone, and then it's going in this window up here, and this is where it's coming in that window and just going into their electric dryer outlet right there, which is a NEMA 1030 outlet. In our next video, we drive to Mammoth Cave National Park and go on our first of 2 cave tours. Then we camp with our friends overnight in a group campsite inside the park. Make sure to subscribe and change the notifications to all to automatically get notified when our next video publishes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.